People of the realm, beyond the wall, the Frostfangs and the lands of the Thens, there's a place known as the lands of Always Lazy. Now I went there in search of bloody Benjen Stark, but now I'm back. And R'hllor greets me with Melisandre's tits, and once again I can feel the fire of theory in my loins. What is dead may never die but rises again, harder and stronger, if you get what I mean. So in case you've forgotten my call, allow me to remind you. Westerosi and Essosi, don your furs, bring your Dornish reds and your arbor golds, and come gather by the fire of theory, for I am the Northlander, and now it's time to tell you what I know. Season 6 of HBO's Game of Thrones is as close to release as Jaime is to more inappropriate death sex with his sister, and I for one am excited, but not like that. So to get us all, but mostly me, back into the swing of things, here's my Season 6 trailer breakdown. And yeah, before you start, I know there's a new trailer out, we might cover that, so shut your caicos. So time to get your hankies ready as they drop us with a not so subtle reminder that Jon Snow is dead. And even cut a little bit closer in case you're like Master Aemon and you're a blind bastard. Yep, there he is, dead. Nice to see the Night's Watch have all buggered off to a party or something. Not worried at all that he'll reanimate, because that's never happened in the past. Or maybe it's just the fact that Ghost has finally shown his fucking head and they're all of a sudden hiding. I mean, where the bloody hell was Ghost? Next up we have the Yornish boat arriving at King's Landing. Jaime with dead daughter in tow. Enough said about that. And yeah, I said Yornish because Dawn was so much of a letdown, and those infamous bloody words of a certain sand snake are forever etched in my memory, but will never pass these beautiful lips again. Now it's nice to see Jaime Lannister consoling the love of his life, and if it wasn't the fact she was his sister, it would almost be sweet. I'm a big lover of Buck Jaime, and I'm already learning the dark arts, so I can help the lad and his TV show character recover from the shit that happened last year. Lena Headey, I know she gets some hate, but let's be honest, she's done a brilliant job, and even if the tits weren't real, her acting was, and it was spectacular. Now it looks like we'll be getting more of the same here. Obviously this is from a different scene, possibly at the docks, as she awaits Jaime and daughter to arrive. Next up we have Davos fingerbang Seaworth at his own birthday party. Or maybe it's a Jedi. A lot of people think he's moping over Stannis. Personally, I think it's Shireen, but who knows. Either way, he's a man alone without friends. Strange bedfellows beckon. And the Leech Lord arrives. Everyone's favourite torturer's there too, and it's good to see their relationship is becoming a little bit more strained with the loss of Theon and Sansa. Now if you do subscribe to the Bolton theory, and you also know the film Dirty Dancing, I've got two words for you. Hungry eyes. Firstly, with this flayed burning man, I'm really happy that they've put this in, and it's just great symbolism for what the Boltons represent, hence the lovely sigil. I don't expect this person to be anyone important, perhaps the first shot of a wider pan to a few dozen more poor individuals. Good job, the Bolton army aren't Thens, or they'd be tucking in for lunch. Here's Mel, with her clothes on for a change, saying that the great victory she saw in the flames was all a lie. Well Mel, if you learnt to interpret the bloody flames correctly, then maybe you might have realised that you've been backing the wrong bloody horse. We have a lovely shot here of Dora the Explorer on his quest to find his precious. Hang on a minute, is it me, or is Dora the Explorer wearing leopard skin under his leather arm guard? Each to their own, I suppose. It's also good to see that he'll be able to respond to that comment by flipping me off with his one grey finger. England's voice is like butter, but it'll be nice for him not to say Khaleesi for an episode or two. Okay, on to Dany. What have you gotten yourself into? A giant Khalasar heading back to Vostok it looks like, so she doesn't appear to have been mistreated, no cuts or bruises that I can see. Still she has her jewellery on, no shackles, but then again, she's in the middle of 20,000 Dothraki screamers. I don't think she's going anywhere, and if she did, where would she go? I'm looking forward to seeing a little bit more about the culture of the Dothraki, and it'll be a slight return to the earlier seasons. It's taken me a while to get into the Faith militant angle, but since the Cersei scene, the excellent performance of Jonathan Pryce, it's been built up nicely. And just when you're giving up all hope of the Ironborn actually having a decent story, here they are, and it's great to see that all 40 of them have turned up for a Kingsmoot. Now Ramsay, he would have done it with 20 good men. Dampere is there, with the grey hair, recast in all his glory, but I for one am not expecting him to play a considerable part. Sophie Turner has definitely grown up and is now legal. She's got on some good northern furs too, which is always nice to see. Doesn't really give too much away, except that we know that she'll be bloody warm. Speaking of warm, looks like Varys is pointing the way for Tyrion. Is he off to see the dragon? Well, as we know from the most recent trailer, it appears as if he is, or that's what they want you to think, since their editing is showing the dragon right after this scene. Personally, I hope he's not off to see the dragon, because I've always been a fan of the Q storyline from the books, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen because Tyrion pretty much looks a dragon in an eye in the next trailer. Oh well. Oh Lancel, dear Lancel. Never the brightest. The sharpest thing he has about him is the knife he used to carve the star into his head. Although that guy on the left of him's, he looks like he's gonna slay the beast. The best line comes now. I choose violence. Bunch of idiots. Now I don't know whether to wet myself with anticipation or worry about the things I'm about to see. The Tower of Joy looks set for a reveal in a flashback. Here's young Ned with his Northmen ready to face down. Well, I'm gonna be nice and avoid any spoilers, but part of me hopes that he's done right, and maybe, just maybe, a prequel series might be on the horizon. Looks like we found out where Ghost Bloody went. He's been having a shit and got locked in. But joking aside, it looks like Thorne and his cronies are clearly trying to get to Jon Snow's corpse, and just in case you don't live on this earth, there's the release date. Our first look at this season of Tommen, with a somewhat worried look on his face, 4 Kingsguard in tow and some Lannister men. Talk about doubling up. While Cersei only needs Robert Strong, who technically is like 10 men, and then this Qyburn lurking in the back, like a perverted puppet master. Northern looking horses running. I don't know whether to be happy or not. Probably Bolton's though, so I'm gonna say boo. But then again, if you look closely at one of the spears, there's a tattered white sigil. Who is this? Like I said, expect the Boltons, but it's a tad suspicious. Here we have a ship traversing through a stormy sea. Once again I'm left to wonder, it's either Jaime on his way back to King's Landing, or I'm more inclined to think it's Euron heading for the Iron Isles. I adore shots like these. I'm looking forward to seeing who it is. Hopefully it doesn't eat up too much of the bloody budget.
Oh, hello. I'm just letting you know I'm all still around, hanging about with my evil cloak on, fluttering my shiny Mockingjay broochio, okay?
Now this shot I'm gonna pretend is what I want it to be. A wit or a white or however the bloody hell you want to move your mouth to form the words to say the words that you probably can't pronounce either. But we'll pretend. I wish it was Cold Hands, I really do. I know. He's not a great big stag. A horse would make more sense for budget, but the Northlander's got a dream. Exploration time now, as we literally blow the bloody doors off of something. Looks is saucy like. Does Varys and Tyrion have a problem? I don't think it's a scepter Baelor's, cause later in the trailer it appears to have one double door. See, even I can count. So, what do you get if you cross the North and the Dog? A shambling Greyjoy who bloody runs. We know this already. Euron who's being drowned by his brother. Twincest time. There's nothing better than biting the cheek of a loved one. Unless you're a zombie. Brienne's told that Renly, even though he's dead, is still gay. Possible Red Priestess, similar ring to what Dany has, but with one stone. House of the Undying on the 3rd floor is the Hall of Faces. When the Starks found the Direwolves, Melisandre found these puppies. Jon Snow, still dead, more confirmation, stabby stab stab. Parkour like James Bond, possibly being chased by the Waif. Organised Boltons, love it. Next up we have 2 wet Greyjoys, one on a bridge, one on a woman. Tara Joy flashback, is that a white sword? Is that Arthur Dane? Not sure. Check out the guy on the horse here, is that Jon Snow? Ah yeah, still blind, she deserves it, that's what you get when you steal faces. I've come for revenge, for justice. Jaime's there nice and proud. And then there's just a whole lot of running by different people, and then finally, Bran Stark the musical.
Bran, please do not sing, it would embarrass us all.
And finally we get Davos being the badass we all know him to be. So that's it for our very first trailer breakdown. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Took a bit of time to put this together. Hopefully you've been able to laugh once or twice. If you have done, I've done my job. Thank you very much for watching. And remember, you know nothing, and neither do I. I'll see you in the next one.